As Josh Rich makes his way out to the cage. Robin, no offense to you or I, but we just had the best looking man in MMA stop by, UFC's Elias Theodorou, walking past, and he makes everybody swoon.
Sure, he's handsome, he's genetically superior to all of us, he's undefeated, but what has he really got?
Oh, exactly, that's right. Josh Rich out to the cage at 3-0 in his professional career, which dates back to 2010, a win over Sean Turan at Fighting Spirit 12, then Ryan Thompson at PFS 3 in Sarnia by guillotine choke before knocking off another top prospect in James Mancini at PFC 3 back in October by rear naked choke.
Yeah, this kid looks fantastic at the Provincial Fighting Championship. James Mancini is a very legitimate fighter, an elite wrestler. When I talked to Rory McDonald, one of the coaches for Dennis Puric, I said, man, this Rich kid looked fantastic. And Rory said that he felt it was a little bit of a deceptive win, because although Mancini is such a great wrestler, Rory felt that he was still developing in the other areas. Puric is a striking specialist. This is what he does. So the question is, will Rich stand with Puric? If he does, he may be in a lot of trouble. Well, we'll see. I mean, when you can knock out somebody
And his opponent,
and look as good as
making his way out to the red corner, ladies and gentlemen, here is Dennis Puric.
Oh, and here comes the man known as the Menace. It's his first fight back in Ontario in 3 years. He comes off of a win over Chuck Mady at Bellator 57 before he went overseas to Thailand to train his kickboxing. He's never looked better in his career, and over in China picked up a win at Kunlun Fight 13 by way of TKO over Haile Alatang. And Robin, he did it in incredible fashion.
Between these two men, they have 8 wins. All 8 are finishes. I mean, this thing is not going 15 minutes. Dennis Puric fights at 135 pounds, and universally, anybody he trains with says he hits like a 200-pounder. We've seen it repeatedly when he's got it, when he's been in the cage in front of us. I've seen it in the gym. Nobody hits hard like this guy at 135.
It's been a long time between fights on Canadian soil for the man known as the Menace. But his kickboxing is at the very top of this sport. His training over in Thailand really paid off, picking up a few victories over there. And Robin, Dennis Puric even appeared in the K1 Top 16, which really put him on another level, showed to the world he's not just a great striker in mixed martial arts, he's a great kickboxer, period.
You gotta wonder if Josh Rich's himself, if his coaches, if his training partners, if they know everything we're saying right now. Because if they're listening on Go Fight Live or watching on Fight Network, it's too late. Do they know all of this? Because if they do, there's a clear-cut strategy. Why mess with a guy whose right hand is destructive? Why not try to put him on his back, and fatigue him? But do they know all of this? Have they done that research? Do they know what to expect from Dennis?
Well, we're soon going to find out as Dennis Puric at the prep point, and he's brought a lot of fans with him tonight. A lot of people, including us, are very interested to see what the new Menace looks like, because everything back to his fight with Chuck Mady in 2011, you can almost throw it all out the window now.
Listen to the crowd go crazy for the Bosnian Menace here. Josh Rich also showed incredible mental toughness in that win against Mancini. He's going to need that here tonight. And some patience. He's going to have to really stick to whatever the plan is. It should not involve getting hit with that right hand.
Well, Josh Rich at weigh-in stared down the Menace and did not blink. So I don't expect this to be any different. You're going to see Josh Rich try to bring the fight to Dennis Puric. Whether that's the best strategy or not, it's impossible to say until we start this one up.
We've had 2 fights, 2 first-round finishes. This one is the first one that I would have predicted to be over inside of 5.
Yeah, I'm with you, Robin. I don't think this one gets out of that first 5 minutes. These two guys are destructive. Denis Puric does it on his feet. Josh Rich does it on the ground, but he does it by setting it up with his hands. So does that make it advantage for Puric? Because for Rich to get guys into that position for the chokes, he's used his striking.
Yeah, well,
against Puric, I don't know.
Denis is going to have his opportunities. If it does go later than 5 minutes, that will start to favor Rich.
Here we go, Burlington, Ontario. The following contest is scheduled for 3 rounds in the bantamweight division, being brought to you by Pita Pit. Introducing your fighters first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black trunks trimmed in white, standing 5 feet 6 inches tall. He weighed in at 136 pounds. He's a freestyle mixed martial artist, making his way to the cage undefeated, with a record of 3 wins and no losses, with all 3 wins coming by way of submission. Representing Gracie Baja Chatham, fighting out of Dresden, Ontario, ladies and gentlemen, here is Josh the Ripper Rich. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the white trunks trimmed in red. Standing 5 feet 5 inches tall, he weighed in at 135 pounds. He's a Muay Thai specialist, making his way to the cage with a record of 5 wins and 3 losses, with 2 of those wins coming by way of submission and the other 3 wins coming by way of knockout. Representing House of Champions and Bonchaman, Bangkok, fighting out of Hamilton, Ontario, ladies and gentlemen, here is Denis the Bosnian Menace Puric. Referee Todd Anderson.
This is a new version of Denis Puric. He used to be like an uncontrollable ball of energy when he stepped in the cage. He looks calm and cool as he gets ready for this one.
And that's what experience will buy you, traveling around, going to Thailand, fighting the highest level strikers and feeling comfortable in there. He's looking over at this man and going, that's an MMA fighter. He's not going to hit as hard as the Thais I fought. A calm Denis might be a scary Denis.
And that's what Josh Rich has to be worried about, is Puric in the white trimmed with red. Rich in the black trunks, and Puric will take the middle of the cage. Not surprising. Josh Rich is going to have to very carefully test the waters to find when the chance is to come in.
Rich does not want to be too calm. You want to be calm in a fight, but there are times where a little bit of nervous energy is a good thing. And one of those times is when there's an orthodox fighter in front of you looking to drill you with his right hand.
Denis just tested the waters with a short leg kick, and once he catches his range, it'll be very dangerous.
He turns his body so explosively, so loaded for bear here. He's looking to corner.
Oh, tried for that uppercut. Rich will come right into grapple, and he's gonna push Denis into the cage. Denis turns it around and puts Rich on his back. Now up and back down.
And Puric in the mount. Like I said, been working with Rory McDonald. Not to be confused with Roy McDonald, the UFC fighter. Rory McDonald over at Parabellum. And the mount, this is not something you'd have seen out of Denis before, but Parabellum, they are very good teachers. Denis has the back.
Josh Rich able to throw him off. Denis takes him right back down. Puric tried to use that front choke for an elevator release, didn't get it, and now Puric is on top again.
Rich was looking to reverse him and come up on top. He's got a type of choke here, but I don't think this is something you'll get. See if he controls the chin and uses that position to come up on top here.
Yeah, he's only got one arm into that choke now, and Puric is out of it and threw the kick on the way up.
Yeah! Rich hit him with the left. Puric asked for more. It's a very intimidating cat, but Rich showed a lot of patience and a lot of mental strength in his last fight. He's going to need that here because Puric looks like an animal coming at you.
Well, another thing you notice, Robin, is the size of the hands on Denis Puric are huge for someone who stands at about 5'6". As Rich tries to go low with that leg kick, Puric just shook it off.
Denis has not landed a right hand yet. When he does, it will change the entire complexion of the fight, and sometimes by ending the fight.
Trying to walk down, Josh Rich went for the Superman. Rich hangs on and gets on top. Dennis explosive off of his back, right back up to his feet.
Well, Dennis Puric is a complete mixed martial artist, I guess. I guess that happened in the last couple of years because he's shown awesome trip takedowns, shown great positional scrambles, a total understanding of where he is, and he's still got that right hand. I've never seen him look this good.
And listen to the crowd behind the Menace. Josh Rich trying to stay outside. I think Josh Rich has got to be looking for some answers here, Robin. I don't think he was expecting this kind of ground game.
Yeah, and when you can threaten oh man, you're going to come in with your head down like that?
Boy, that could have been a recipe
Yeah, you
for
saw Dennis
disaster.
flash the uppercut with the right. There it is.
Oh, Josh caught him with a kick, though. Dennis calling him in. Caught him with a left on the way through. Now Puric's trying to turn the tables. Rich shoots. Puric takes him. Has the back momentarily. Now Rich will get into that front face position. Looking for a guillotine. Dennis tries to shoot in. Puric brings him down, and now they're right back up.
Puric looks phenomenal. He really does. Rich is making every move he needs to make. He's away from the power. Maybe he's fatigued him. He landed the counter right hand, the check hook right there. This Rich is being smashed by a very talented fighter. And again, he's keeping his composure looking very good. Just like the last time we saw him fight.
Josh Rich looks like he's trying to find a way to wear down Dennis Puric, who just keeps coming forward. Rich comes forward with that right hand, can't find Puric, who now walks him down once again.
There it comes. Oh man, you see how much power Dennis puts in everything. Now, all this wrestling for a guy, no matter how good he's become, and there is no doubt his wrestling and grappling has improved dramatically, it's still going to fatigue you. It's a different energy system.
Oh, Dennis tried for that right but slipped. And now Rich comes over the top with a left hand. Rich is into the guard. Dennis looking for butterflies from the bottom.
Pure striking has a type of aerobic component, whereas grappling and wrestling has more of an anaerobic component. And now he's got a rear naked choke.
Rich trying to get it. May have to use it to get into mount. No, Puric slides away, but gets caught with a left, and then says, "Come on, Josh Rich."
Puric is starting to feel a little fatigue. All that anaerobic work has filled his muscles with lactic acid. It's a different experience for him. Still got power, and he'll get that 1 minute to break any second if they both get through this right now.
10 seconds left in the first round. Puric splashes with that right hand again, trying to walk Josh Rich down. Couldn't find him. What a first round.
Dennis Puric staggers back, hits his chest in that, that's right, I fight. That's what I do. That's who I am. There are guys who are playmakers. They're athletes. They perform technical,
Ladies, check.
combinations and skills in a cage. Then there's guys who are just fighters. Dennis Puric.
Ladies and gentlemen.
And now they've taught him to run those plays. He's a scary cat. And man, I couldn't be more impressed with this Josh Rich every time.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Wait a
check.
minute, say, Robin, sounds like you're coming into
Test,
my
test.
200-foot frozen ice world as we get more to know each other on the microphone.
It's true. It was almost like that. Some guys
Check.
are athletes. Whether you teach them a breakout play, that's a thing.
Ladies
in
and
sport,
gentlemen,
right?
some of our sponsors
or you teach
this
them to throw a
evening
football, or you
include
teach them to throw
Molson,
combinations.
Pita Pit,
They're athletes
Toppers Pizza,
executing
and Quality
plays.
Hotel
Dennis
Suites.
Puric is a fighter. Now
Burlington,
we've taught him some of
Ontario,
these
make
plays.
some noise.
He's a
Here we
scary
go,
guy.
round two.
Looks like he has felt Dennis Puric out a little bit, and he's getting more confident.
Still going to be, these 2 minutes are going to be just as scary as the initial two. Dennis now had a 1 minute to recover, flush that lactic acid, fill his lungs with cool air, and he's going to be looking to get behind that right hand again.
And Puric started off with the right hand. Rich misses with a left. Rich, the southpaw, might be giving a little bit of pause to Dennis as he comes in, although that was a hard body kick.
Everything is a hard strike from Puric. But again, that's part of what fatigues you. The wrestling fatigues you, and throwing with that much power. See, as he just coiled up to throw the overhand right, he's doing it again. But if he lands with it, you're in a lot of trouble.
Rich was going for that straight front kick. Now Dennis trying to swarm.
He's got him cornered now. He's got an opportunity.
Oh, Rich flashing forward with a left hand. That was a real nice one. Just flashed against Puric, who now tries to walk Rich back down.
Rich's his defense is deceptively good too. Dennis isn't missing. Rich is making him miss, rolling his shoulder, changing the angle ever so slightly, but he is dipping his head down, and a knee or a right uppercut is coming because Puric is a clever fighter and he learns on the fly.
Puric faked in on that Superman. Looked like he wanted to take the jump through, but did not want to come right into Rich's world, who's shown an impressive left. And there it was again, but Dennis made him pay for it. Caught him on the way out with a left of his own.
Yeah, and he felt that.
Now back
He's in trouble here. He's cornered.
Tries to shoot. And Dennis with a nice sprawl. Now to the body with that power right.
And he lets him up. Smart move. There's a lot of sequences from that front face lock he could have played. He's familiar with them now. He's been training at a higher level in those areas, but let him up to try to set up his right hand or his kick again.
Robin, Josh Rich is starting to take some seriously deep breaths. Looks like he might be wearing down.
He's in trouble.
Oh, Dennis caught him. It was a knee that he turned into a kick. Didn't catch him with the knee, got him with the shin up under the chin, and that forced Rich to try to take him across the cage.
If you're Rich, you want to see if you can equally drain Puric, because Rich appears to have been drained of some energy here. And all this work might drain Puric, but if it doesn't, it's definitely fatiguing Rich. He's got the double. He should get this.
Oh, nicely done by Josh Rich. Onto his back is Dennis Puric.
Puric looking to use elbows to cut him. Wow, there was a clean available shot for Rich. He just took a small shot. I don't know if that's fatigue or just not awareness of where he was there. He had a really big one available and didn't take it.
Well, you have to wonder, Robin, because Josh got the takedown, but from there kind of paused a bit. Now making a move, looking for a guillotine.
Yeah, playing for a darce or a guillotine. And Dennis looks for this. Wow, awesome.
I'm not even sure how to call that one.
He went belly down on that guillotine. Once he's understood his positioning in space, he's really started to comprehend where he is, and it makes him a really athletic scramble.
It looked, Robin, like Dennis almost did a defensive gator roll to get out of what would have been a choke attempt.
Yeah, that's a good description. You see, it's fatigue. He wants a bit of a break here.
Oh, he came forward with that leaping kick.
Now he's going to be, for the rest of this round, he's going to be heavy pot shotting. It's 30 seconds on and 30 seconds off recovery now for Dennis. Whether that's conscious or not, that's how he's going to approach this fight. That's what you have to do as you feel yourself fatigue anaerobically. See, 30 seconds off. Any second he's going to explode. There it is.
Oh, that spin kick almost found the mark. Now Rich steps forward to the left, and a knee. Now the left elbow. Ducks down. Dennis stuffs him.
Dennis is fatiguing, but so is Rich. Now you'll see that 30 seconds off again. And the hands on the waist is a telltale sign of fatigue. Dennis is going to try to use these 30 seconds, flush some lactic acid, and get 30 seconds more of explosion.
It's like a lineman in football when the team's going in the hurry up. You're just out of gas. You need that quick break to get something going again.
And if one of them had more than the other, they'd put it on.
And Josh Rich tries the spin kick. And they tag hands.
It's like a good time. They're doing that friendly touch of hands because they're fatigued. They're subconsciously agreeing to give each other time and fight again. It's an unconscious negotiation that two fighters have.
And Robin, you can tell why these two guys are gassed up. They've given it to one another, strikes and on the ground. You've got to respect your opponent when he's standing right in there with you.
Well, the only person on earth who knows how you feel right now is the man with you.
Dennis trying to back him down in the last 10 seconds of the round. Josh Rich comes back forward with a left hand, and that'll expire round number 2. Again, they shake. Robin, these two guys almost look puzzled as to how to try to finish the other one off.
Well, it's the output is so high, and they're both biting down on their mouth guard and looking to smash the other one when they have their opportunities. So that drains you. They refill it in that 30 seconds of recovery and empty it again. As a result, neither one is out front of the other energy-wise, so it's almost impossible for them to do. In these first 2 minutes, the guy who gets a chance or hurts
Everybody
the other
say
one
hi to our
may be
cage
able
girl,
to finish this fight.
Yolanta.
Now, Robin, one of the many things that I love about working with you is that I can draw on your history, having been in the cage as a fighter yourself. When you're in a situation like this, where you've thrown everything at your opponent and your opponent
Here we
has thrown
go,
everything at
Burlington.
you, what do you think?
This fight is being brought to you by
Well,
Puric, and this
two
is
things.
the third
One,
and
I
final
never
round.
reached
This
the third
matchup
round
makes
because
some noise for
although
your
I learned
fighters.
to understand how these men are fighting, I could not fight at this level. So when I look at them, I have an understanding that gets me closer but not quite to this. So I marvel at it just the way you do and just the way that our audience does. I tasted it, I got closer to it, but I was never able to experience it like this. These are special men to do 10 minutes like that with somebody as good as their opponent is and get this far into it. And I applaud them for it. And it blows my mind to watch it and witness it cage side, and it should anybody who really understands it.
Well, at the same time, don't sell yourself short. I remember you holding the title belt.
Yeah, I got some great experience. I enjoyed fighting, and I definitely got that feeling of being emptied and not knowing what you could do, but not to the level that these two are experiencing this. And that's why it's so beautiful for me to watch it and be a part of it.
Josh Rich felt that right hand that came on the end of the body kick.
Who recovered better in that minute? The answer to that will be the winner.
It looks like Dennis Puric just at the moment, but we've seen Josh Rich do this before. You said it, Robin, he can be very deceptive. Puric comes in with a kick. Again, he's had some trouble slipping in the cage.
Yeah, you see moisture on his legs. I don't know if that's sweat. I don't know if that's some of the ice they put on him.
Oh, Rich caught that kick and landed the left. Now he's back, Puric down. Puric comes forward, right uppercuts. And now they'll separate again.
And now that emptied him a bit. So we're going to see sprint, recover, sprint, recover, sprint, recover again for the rest of this fight, unless one of them gets somebody's neck or lands the cleanest one. Watch for it as this fight unfolds. It'll be a sprint, recover scenario.
Oh, a nice Superman punch from Puric, who's got a bit of a cut on his nose. Rich has a mouse under his right eye, but they keep going.
Well, these guys have been in a fight. That is for damn sure. Beautiful little uppercut moving backwards by Dennis.
Robin, I think it's safe to say that both of these guys have faced their toughest challenge in the cage tonight.
Without question. Rich can feel that feeling, and again, it's one that I've definitely felt before, that feeling that you don't have enough power in your body to knock a man out. It's like that dream everybody's had where you're hitting somebody and you're trying to hurt them, but they just won't go. And that's what he's experiencing in life right here. And Dennis is going to look for the single. And Rich is going to play with the Kimura and go to the back.
Oh, Josh Rich in a dangerous spot, now to the ground. And it's clear that Dennis Puric wants this on the feet. He wants to make this a highlight reel.
He hasn't thrown the right head kick yet, and it's definitely been available. If he's going to throw it, he wants it to land clean, and he's waiting for that time.
Cruel in his corner has called for it a couple times. Rich comes forward with a couple of straight lefts. And now shoots in for the double. He's got Dennis's back to the fence.
Dennis's instincts are great. He looked for a switch, taking his left arm into the left leg. Now got the left underhook. His instincts, his positioning.
Driving his way out, Dennis Puric.
Now a sit out from Dennis Puric.
Wow.
Now a Darce setup, a Darce or a Gator roll. Dennis, 2 hands on 1. I'm blown away by what this guy has learned in the grappling in the last couple of years since I've seen him. Especially tired, so good.
Robin, he's put together the superhuman strength that he has for his size, along with great technique.
If you're Rich, you want to get on both hips, squeeze them together. That's the only way you're going to get this takedown. Dennis knows that, so he's lifting up on that left arm to prevent that drop to the hips.
Also came with a nice pivot off the fence, but Rich turned him right back in. Now throws him to the floor.
Rich has been a scrambler, has played a game that favored Dennis in these positions. He's starting to understand that now late, also fatigue, and he's trying to hold positions rather than keep advancing and play like a blue belt in a tournament. Wants to hold this position and not get greedy.
Robin, at the same time as we talk about what these guys are doing in the third round, where did you have those first 2 rounds going? Because we may see them go to the scorecards here.
In my expert opinion, I have no freaking idea.
I'm with you. As Puric's trying to throw that left hand from the bottom, Rich peppering a little bit over the top.
I mean, if this fight will end here, Dennis is tired, so he's going to use again a 30-second style recovery to explode to an underhook and look to get to his feet. If he cannot do that, let's give Rich this round. Very close round back and forth, ends with him on top. Knowing that, Dennis needs to move right now and take that away. Because if Rich gets this round, he only needs to get one other round on 2 judges' scorecards. And it doesn't even matter which round.
That's right. As Puric now trying to battle from the bottom and giving the signal to the crowd, he's just fine. Throws a couple of hard punches upward, but Rich still staying on top, goes left and right.
Rich doing some good work staying inside the biceps. And Dennis Puric gets an assist from the referee. Watch for Dennis to throw a head kick now. There
10 seconds to go. Puric will try to explode here. Walking Josh Rich down, he's got to do something, and they'll just let time expire. What a fight, Robin. They emptied the tank.
Hell of a fight, wow. I do not know who won that.
Now comes the judge's decision, and this is not going to be easy. If I was pressed, I would have thought Dennis Puric won round 1, Josh Rich won round 3, and round 2 I'm going to defer.
Yeah, I think there's a decent chance 3 judges give him round 3, which means out of the 6 available rounds between 3 judges, he only needs 2 in total. He can win round 1 and 3 on one judge's card, round 2 and 3 on one judge's card, but Dennis Puric looked very good in round 1 and 2, so if he pitches a shutout in those, he'll be the winner. What a great fight. Wow, what a fantastic fight. 2 of the toughest little dudes I've seen in a long time.
And the fight that we didn't think was going to go 15 minutes is the first one that did go 15 minutes.
Isn't that always the way?
So even for 2 guys who've called a lot of fights, we don't always get it right.
No, that's for sure.
Boy, the judges are going to have a real tough one on their hands. I've said it already, but I cannot even imagine how you would make a decision. This fight was so close. I'd be just as happy if we got a draw and a rematch.
Me too. They turn in their scorecards round by round. So really it's how they saw them at the end of each of those 5s. We'll see, man.
Well, looks like they're just about finished tallying up the scores, but Dennis Puric and Josh Rich put everything they had into that fight. Josh Rich will either stay undefeated and move to 4-0, or Dennis Puric will go to 6-3, but this was as close as it gets. These 2 guys put on a show, and we're going to go into the cage.
Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for both of the fighters in this cage. After 3 rounds of professional mixed martial arts, the judges' scorecards read as follows. Judge Buckley scores the contest 29-28 for Puric. Judge Woods scores the contest 29-28 for Rich. And Judge Vandermeer scores the contest 29-28 for your winner by split decision, Dennis the Bosnian Menace Puric.
Man, that's an awesome fight. Hell of a fight. Congratulations. It was a great fight.
Hell of a fight.
Let's hear it for Josh Rich. I want to hear you put your hands together for Josh Rich and Dennis Puric.
So as Josh Rich falls from the ranks of the undefeated, welcome back to Ontario, Dennis Puric. Back into the cage to my partner, Rob.
Dennis Puric, hell of a fight, sir. Hell of a fight. All right, everybody knows you hit incredibly hard. Anybody who knows anything about fighting. But damn, you can wrestle, you can grapple, you can do it all, man. That was fantastic.
Hey, baby, it's all hard work paid off, and it's all thanks to these gentlemen right here. These gentlemen, especially Clark Patrick. I know you know how it's somewhere, baby. Watch it, Frank.
Man, really, I mean, I will never be surprised to see you knock somebody out or kick somebody in the head, but your grappling and your wrestling and how in every position you were, it must have felt good.
Oh, baby, it felt amazing, man. Like I said, hard work, baby. I want to thank all the guys at Pure Bellum, especially Clark Patrick, Elite MMA, of course, my gym, House Champions MMA, my boys back in Bangkok, Bunch of Mag Gym, baby. Adrian the Bully Willie, motherfucker. Watch it, Frank.
Last thing, Dennis, Listen, I don't know you that well, but I know you'd be a nice cat. But when I see you fight, it looks like you were alive in here. That you're more comfortable here than anywhere else in the world. Is that true?
Hey, man, it's hometown. And it's all these people here, man, make me feel at home, especially my supporters. I want to thank all my supporters, my family, my girlfriend. Hong, I know you're in the building, baby. I love you, baby.
Another hell of a great fight, sir. Let's hear for Dennis Puric.
Watch it, Frank!
Congratulations.